turned my ringer on in like a year. As soon as I turn my ringer back on my phone, it starts ringing. Well, it's Saturday afternoon, yo. We're going to start into the RO repairs, and we're going to do them pretty seriously here now for the next couple weeks at least. And then we might jump onto something else real quick, but then we're primarily going to do ROs. I have a little situations. We're going to start out on RO number 3. Here is the note for RO number 3. See that? RO number 3. I have this Texas Star here. It's also got RO number 3 on it. But I had no callback information. It literally just got sent up and it said RO number 3. So I got to looking in the Book of Knowledge, a Book of Knowledge. And the Book of Knowledge doesn't show me taking on an RO for a Texas Star 250. So, or 350, I mean like this. If this 350 looks familiar to you, can you please reach out and give me a call? I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to get this banged out and out of the way. So we're done talking about Texas Star. Let's go and talk about Mr. J's little Texas Star, or xforce 80 here. I'm sending my older xforce 2292 pill, amp given to me by a good friend. He's a very heavy smoker, so the amp needs to be cleaned. This, I have that technology. I went to do this, but ended up cleaning the little sticker off the front that says x80. It's okay, I got a label maker. We'll fix that. So I stopped. The board inside has some spots that need to be cleaned up, but I figured I'd let someone who has done this a million times do it. Hi, how you doing? The power wires that were in the amplifier were harder than a honeymoon man sausage. We're within the first couple minutes of the YouTube video, so I can't say the word that I want to say that you all are expecting me to say, but I'm not going to say it. We'll say man sausage. So I got new wires for it, and I've enclosed them. I did not unsolder the wires inside, just cut them in place to install new ones. I'd like to have it biased, please, and if possible, just change the power switch to a 3-way switch, up for AM, down for sideband. Which, I have several radios, a couple of Grand XL. Lincoln has turned to go 1.5 watt average, swinging to 5. PEP 50 is, that's a lot of drive. 50 watts is a max. Okay. Works splits, tells me his life story. Also PS down at the bottom. Yeah, and the little PS note at the bottom of the note, I can take care of that too. He says I'm not allowed to mention that on video. So, well, gentlemen, we have ourselves here a little tiny xforce x80. It's RO number 3. And it is a little dirty. It's not bad. I've seen way worse, I'm not gonna lie. The cigarette stinge is complete as always. Xforce back in the day had a hard time with putting coats or coating on their amplifiers. I know I had a couple of them way back when. I had a 2x4 and a 16 pill that I was constantly rubbing on because you know how CBers are, us crazy CBers. Our manhood is defined by the size of our amplifier and the quality of the equipment, right? Not the stuff that really matters, like how many kids we put through college and, you know, that kind of shit. Okay, well, it's got a little schmutz on it. The inside of it is pretty orange. Let's carefully lift the lid out of the way here. So we're gonna take a 2-pill. We're gonna bias it up, and wants to put a 2-position double pole smoke, double wanky spank. Man sausage. Starting to sound like Jeremy Clarkson. The inside of this thing actually isn't all that bad. Just a little bit of rubbing alcohol, a little bit of a paintbrush. We'll add a relay, a we'll change a switch. We'll put some resistor in here, and a little bit of stain here, a little bit of the jizzle whizzle. So, all right, let's do our magic. First, we shall clean. So here we are several days later now. Life. Got the fan all cleaned up, got the cabinet all cleaned up. I don't know how well this is going to translate to camera, but we got all that cigarette stain off. All the cigarette stain off of this, all the schmoo off the aluminum, and we got it all the way back to stock. So, now most of the labels, I worked really hard to try and keep the xforce label intact. I don't have a label printer like what they've got over there, or had over there. Of course, I wouldn't put no pink dildos on nothing neither. Anyhow, I'm gonna put new on-off switches on, labels on the on-off switch. I'm gonna put a new x80 on it, new in and out stickers on the back, that kind of stuff. But it's all cleaned up. Okay, let's go work on the inside now. I'm gonna put bias in this thing real fast, and yeah, we're gonna get the power wires installed with new grommets, and we'll get on with this show. Well, I know your request was for a 3-position switch. I didn't have any, so unfortunately this is the way we got to modify it. SSB and on. Makes a little bit more sense anyhow, in my opinion. Did the power wire upgraded, added the bias to it, added sideband delay to it. We upgraded the input attenuation resistor. This is the stock 2 water. It's a little discolored, so figured to hell with it. Give it a power wire upgrade. Put in the power wires that you supplied. Got them all done. Put a new grommet in it for you, because we had to drill it out to make the wires fit anyhow, so might as well put new rubber on it. It's all cleaned up. Looks like new. Runs pretty good too. So, let's go over here. While we're doing that, let me turn on the radio. So we're running on 15 volts. So 1,000 watt slug in peak, 1,000 in average, 5 watt slug in reverse. So let's turn the amplifier off. Hello, 1, 2. We're going to put 30 whole whopping watts in it. We are dead keying at the moment. 1 watt. So 1 watt going in makes, survey says, about 15 watt dead key. Hello, 1, 2. Hello, 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. Makes about 400 watts peak, give or take a little bit. Hello, 1, 2. Works pretty good. Let's go up here. Let's take a look at our input reflect. Hello, 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 hello. That's with the variable all the way open. Lock down the tripod. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a variable all the way down. So, how does that affect things over here? Let's go here. So, variable all the way down. Hello. About 180 all the way up to 400 watts. How you adjust the variable. Last thing that we need to check is the pass-through tune. Otherwise, the RF's ability to come in from the coax, go through this mess, come back out and find its way to the dummy load. Back up here to the 5 watt slug in reverse. Hello, 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 hello. It's excellent. So, this little x80, just cleaned it up, put a little bit more life in it. It's good. Now all I got to do is put the tin on it, make sure it works with the fan on. We'll be good to go. Well, gentlemen, this is the end of this story. This is RO number 3. And we are getting ready to start slamming through repair order numbers. So if you've got something up here for repair and you've got an RO number on it, let's start tracking it. I might skip 1 or 2 as we're going through. That's because I had a few that didn't show up even though the people got the RO numbers, or they've already been done because of some other pre-mitigated or pre-existing whatever we're going to get going on. But this little X80, RO number 3, well, it's now straighter than the pole that your mom danced on last night. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Gentlemen, thank you for watching. I appreciate everybody's patience. We're going to move on to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. First, I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters, and the list of their names are going to be coming up at the end of the video. The Patreons are why we're here. Well, they're a large portion of why we're here, and they allow us to have all of this ad-free content that you guys get to enjoy. For the last 4 months, every single YouTube video that has come out has been ad-free. That is because of the Patreons, and I appreciate their support. So I say thanks to them first and foremost. Big shout out to Penta, Siglet, Mechman, Bird, Coaxial Dynamics, and every single one of you guys that tunes in to follow along with what we're doing on this workbench every single day. Gentlemen, I appreciate you all. I'll see you. Click, click.